You and your friend just planned your dream vacation. It's exactly what you needed after being cooped up in quarantine for over a year. Come to find out, 3 days till you leave, your flight gets canceled. You're scrambling trying to figure out what to do. Today I'm going to tell you guys what you should do just in case your flight gets delayed or canceled. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this one. So what's up YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Chu here from Choose to Explore, where I teach you to see the world, save $1. Today we got another travel tip Tuesday where I tell you guys everything you need to know just in case your flight gets canceled. 2020 had the highest year for flight cancellations and delays. A lot of people were worried that they would be stuck with a flight credit that they would never use, lose their money, or worse, never travel again. But today I'm making this video so you guys know your rights, the federal regulations, and the airline policies that will be helpful for you if you're ever stuck in this situation. If this last year has taught me anything, the number one thing with booking flights is to book directly with the airlines. Stop booking with third-party sites. Now sometimes a lot of third-party flights do give cheaper rates, but you lose a lot of the flexibility if these flights are canceled. By booking with these airlines directly, these airlines are more willing to give you refunds, flight vouchers, or change your flight free of charge. And this is rule number one. If the airline cancels your flight, you are entitled to a refund. One more time, I'm going to say this. If the airline cancels your flight, you are entitled to a refund. If you think that the flight or the airline will cancel the flight, please don't cancel it. If you cancel or change the flight, you are not entitled to a refund. Now the airline might try to give you a flight voucher, but you are entitled to a refund, and you are owed one. Do not accept the voucher. A lot of companies try to hide the fact that they owe you a refund. Sometimes you can use the fact that they owe you a refund as a way to get a voucher for more money than what the flight was even worth. For example, during the pandemic, I bought a flight with Spirit to go to LA. Now I knew that there was a high possibility that the flight might be canceled, but I got the ticket for so cheap that I was willing to take that risk. Now Spirit actually canceled my flight and tried to issue me a flight voucher. When I requested a refund, they offered me an additional $50 flight voucher just to not take the refund. Now I originally only paid around $40 for this flight, but by using the fact that they owe me a refund, I actually got $90 worth of flight credit through Spirit. Now in the United States, if the flight is delayed due to weather, strikes, air traffic control, and mechanical issues, then the airline actually doesn't have to give you a refund. You can fight for it, but based on what the Department of Transportation says, you actually are not entitled to a refund. And I'll link below exactly what the Department of Transportation says about this. Now when the flight is delayed, each airline has its own separate policies on what they do. If it is delayed, you can ask the airline staff if they'll pay for meals or other accommodations. Compensation is required by law only when a passenger is bumped from an oversold flight. Budget airlines probably aren't going to give you guys food, drinks, and accommodations. But like I said, it doesn't hurt to try and ask. Now my next important tip is to avoid bad weather delays and cancellations before they happen. So for example, holiday seasons, hurricane seasons, monsoon seasons, you have to expect delays due to severe weather. Now airlines commonly send alerts on their travel alert pages. Link below, I'm going to have American, Delta, Southwest, and United's travel pages below. Airlines typically send these travel alerts via email, text, and call. So if you ever are worried that the flights will be canceled or delayed due to inclement weather, you can be proactive and change before or after the weather conditions arrive. Now is the perfect time to change these flights because the majority of the US airlines have gotten rid of the change fees in the economy class. Now is the time to change and rebook. I believe as of right now, the only airline who has not permanently gotten rid of their change fees is JetBlue. Now my next important step is to rebook without an agent. We're in 2021. You don't need to go up to the service desk. You don't need to wait in a long line. You don't need to pick up a phone call. Use your smartphone app to see if you can rebook for free. Majority of apps allow you to do that. Now if the flight was canceled while you're already at the airport, there's probably going to be a large line at the service desk. If you absolutely need to speak with the agent, a hack that I'll tell you is to call the international number instead. Now if you are in a circumstance where you must get out and fly that day, consider going to an alternate airport. Most major cities have multiple airports, and by using a different airport, you might be able to get out that day. There's been a lot of research on the flight patterns and airlines, and what it found are that morning flights are subject to significantly fewer cancellations and delays. My next tip is don't accept the first option you're given. These airlines are losing money and they don't want to give you their money back. Be persistent, but be polite and keep checking out other options. Another tip I would recommend is use Google Flights to show alternative routes to the agent. Now this one might be a little far-fetched, but you can see if the airline will rebook your flight on another airline. Now like I said, it doesn't hurt to try. The Department of Transit advises to find out if another carrier has space and ask the first airline if they will endorse your ticket. Now this is directly from the Department of Transportation, but especially if you are elite status or credit card holder, you have a significantly better chance of it happening. For example, in American Airlines rebooking rules, it says that first class passengers and those with the highest elite status whose flights are canceled are to be rebooked on any flight that gets them there the fastest. I hope this video has been helpful, just in case you're ever stuck in a situation like this where your flight is canceled or delayed and you have no idea what to do. Just reference back to this video. Alright, thank you guys so much. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. It's Chu here, and I'm out.